There are 3 systems that you need to have in place in your business when you are scaling to 7 figures and 8 figures and beyond. And most people have had this explained to them as top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, and they have no idea what that actually means. So if that is you, I'm going to simplify this for you so that it makes sense, you understand what that is, and you can implement this immediately in your business. For those of you that are new, very briefly, my name is Esther. I'm the founder of CottnOwl. We are a business growth firm. We were established over 4 years ago. I'm the founder, I'm the owner, I am the one that works one-on-one with clients. It is a boutique firm, and everything that I'm about to walk you through in this video and in all the previous videos are from that lived-in experience, along with almost a decade inside of 2 of the largest Fortune 500 finance corporations in the world, working directly and selling to the ultra high net worth clients and celebrities. So if that is what you would love to learn more of, make sure that you hit subscribe, follow, like, comment below. But let's get into the purpose of today. So you have always very likely heard this explained as top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. And that gets so confusing for most business owners because we don't speak in that lingo, right? We know broadly what a funnel is, but if you listen to different marketers, they each have their own definition of a funnel. So I'm going to simplify a funnel really quickly, and then I'm going to walk you through the 3 systems that you need, very simply, to explain to you top, middle, and bottom, and then you can go and set this in your business. But first, a funnel, in the most simplest interpretation, is this. A funnel is how you bring a prospect from awareness, from just learning about you and your offer to becoming a client. That is it. That is a funnel. And the steps that you put in there are the sequences that you put inside of the funnel, and that's where it can get really complicated. Everybody has their own funnel, everybody has their own strategy, etc., etc. I'm a big advocate of custom funnels because in your business, my business is not like anyone else's. There is no funnel that is going to work for someone else in my business, and the opposite, right? My funnel specifically will very likely not work in your business. You need different iterations to get yours to convert based on your service, your price point, your authority, what makes you you, okay? So that is a funnel. Now let's go into the 3 systems that you need. So the first is you need to have a system that captures the ready to buy now clients, okay? This is the system that runs the most consistent revenue to my business. And this is unfortunately where most owners get really confused in the marketing strategy because they are told that they need to nurture first and then they can have a conversation or invite their client to take the next step. And I have found that that is not the best path forward. In fact, I'm going to argue that you should not do that. And the first step that you should do is just make it really easy for your high value clients to find you and to engage with you and to book a call one-on-one on your calendar. All right. So that's the first system that you need. You need a system in your business that is getting you in front of those high value clients, offering your service, your offer, whatever that is, in a way that connects with them. It's in their voice. It explains your authority, your credibility, like why you are the obvious solution to work with them. And then it invites them to have a conversation with you, a sales call. In and of it, like it's a sales call, okay? So what we're doing is we're selling a sales call. Whether it's a free call or whether you actually charge for it, it doesn't matter. You are selling the call as the step. This is the most effective way to sell a high ticket, high level service or offer in 2026, 2025, 2024, because this is what my business was built on and will always be built on. And the reason that we start there and that I recommend that you have this in place in your business is this. The higher your offer, the more of a relationship your ideal client, your high value client on the other side wants to have with you. And so if you are not establishing that relationship and you're trying to do everything via sales pages or interactions like a free PDF or a lead magnet, if that is the only way that your clients can come into your world, you are missing this opportunity for a relationship because this is the one thing that AI cannot replicate. It cannot replicate a human relationship, and it definitely cannot sell. So the first system that you need is a system that gets you consistently in front of your highest value clients, that shows them the value of working with you, and that moves them through your funnel so that they are ready to book a call, have a conversation, and say yes on the call. That is the first system that you need. The second system that you need is now for the clients, the prospects, who are not quite ready to book a call with you. Because in this vast social media, whether you're running ads or organic, you are going to have all these different buyer journeys. And this is why we have 3 systems, because we want to speak to everybody in their buyer journey. And what I have determined, what I have learned, what I have experienced in my own business and for my clients as well over the past 4 years, and even in Fortune 500, is this. your ideal clients are not all going to move at the same pace. So the ones that we would love to work with are the ones that see our ad, they move through our funnel, they're ready to have a sales call and have a conversation and then become a client, right? Those are the ones that we really want to focus on. But there are the clients who are interested in working with you, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't make sense right now. Maybe they're already working with another CPA, but they're thinking ahead to next year because they don't want to work with the CPA anymore. Perhaps they have a leadership coach that's helping them right now, and they love this leadership coach, but now it's time to take it to the next level. And so while they're still there, they're thinking ahead. What's going to help them at their next level, right? There's so many scenarios. Those are just two. So if that is the case, then what you need is a system that can build and nurture a relationship with this prospect while they are in that decision. And so that could be, maybe they're not ready to move forward now, maybe it's next month, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 12 months. So that now becomes the second system. What do you need in your business specific to your offer, to who you serve, to your experience, your expertise? What is the thing that is going to pull your ideal high-value client into your world and keep them engaged while they are navigating the next step, which is to work with you? So that's the second system that you need in your business, okay? And then the third and the final system that you need in your business is for the clients that are maybe yes, maybe no. Because it does not matter. You can have the best funnel, you can have the best offer, the best service. You are still going to get in front of people who are just not your ideal client, or if they are, they're just not going to move forward. And nothing you can say is going to convince them. We're not here to convince, right? If we need to convince, they're not our ideal client. So, but there is the possibility that maybe they don't want to move forward today, maybe they don't want to move forward next year, but maybe they want to move forward in 18 months. And so that is the third system. We need to make sure that we're getting in front of those as well. Because again, this is where if you focus on only one of the systems, then you're missing the opportunity in the other two. And this is how you have 3 systems and have a holistic system that is working for you 24/7, that is bringing in and filling your pipeline with your ideal high-value client, regardless of where they are in their buyer journey, and it is keeping you engaged. And then on the back end of all of these systems, you should have it completely integrated. So this is where if somebody comes through to book a call with you, perhaps you still send them into section, system number 2, and then even system number 3, whatever that looks like. If they come into system number 2 and they're in the maybe, they're thinking ahead, they want to work with you, but it's not the time right now. We still want to make them aware that there is still system 1. They can still always book a call with you when they're ready. And while they're still waiting, there's system 3. So this is where you have the 3 systems, the 3 funnels, the 3 ways to get in front of your ideal client. And now on the back end, now we actually have where the automation goes out and all the different offers get pulled in together, and all of your entire pipeline is met with specific touch points, inviting them strategically into the next step. And so this is where you also want to make sure that you're not undoing where they are in your system. So this is where the strategy comes in. This is where we make sure we're not sending an email too soon to invite them into system 2 because they're still in system 1 and we don't want to undo that momentum. But after this specific time, now it's time to move them into system 2. Perhaps it's time to move them into system 3. This is what gets built on the back end. And this is the system that runs 24/7. That does all of this for you. This is done through automation. This is done through emails. This is done even through text if you like to send SMS messages. But once you have the 3 systems in your business, the 3 funnels, the 3 ways that you're getting in front of your ideal client, whether it's through organic and you're sending them there, or paid advertising and you're sending them there, once you have those 3 systems, then you integrate and you connect it all in the back end. And now you are getting in front of your ideal client 24/7 and you are keeping them engaged, you're keeping them nurtured, you're moving them through the systems dependent on where they are in their journey, so that when they are ready to buy, when they are ready to move forward, if it is a good fit, they are ready to get on your calendar or take that next step if it's to do a direct purchase with you. But these are the 3 systems. And like I said, most people define this as top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And it is, but I'm going to argue that what most people consider bottom of funnel really needs to be the top of funnel. And that is inviting your high value clients to have a one-on-one conversation with you to see if it's a good fit first, instead of making them go through this labyrinth of systems and funnels just to learn that you have a high ticket, a service that can accommodate them at a higher price point. So if you loved this video, this is exactly what we custom craft and build for our clients. If you would like to learn exactly how I can help you do that, there will be links below this video. You can book a call with me. Otherwise, I will see you inside of the next YouTube video. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment.